Hello and welcome to another Evan Action Commentaries, or commentary for July 2023. I'm your host, Zach.
I'm your co-host, Chris.
And this month we are paying homage to the late, great Alan Arkin, who at the time of this recording recently passed away. A true, iconic legend of so many roles, so many different movies and Broadway appearances. He's had a huge Broadway career, but so many different appearances. But the one we were highlighting today is I think a favorite of both of ours, Chris, the Rocketeer.
Yep.
The 1991 Disney classic. And also, I guess as a continuation of last month, because last month we did Young Indiana Jones and the Mystery of the Blues, and this is also in that retro pulpy throwback style.
Yeah, we got a theme so far.
Well, this I think this whole era was because this was post Dick Tracy, and then after that it was just the floodgates were open. It was the Phantom and the Shadow and Zorro and all these other movies were coming out. All the radio serial heroes. Let's get them back. Those rights are cheap.
They were cheap, but I'm not sure they did well. I know a lot of blowback came from this.
No, everyone was making those and trying to be probably the next Batman, and then it didn't work. And then none of them.
Yeah, none of them worked.
Well, I mean Zorro, Best Zorro was a huge success,
that was the tail end.
Yeah, I think we both loved the Phantom, but the Phantom was probably not. I don't think that was a box office success. The Shadow was I don't think a success. And then the Rocketeer, I think was. I think it did well, but it didn't live up to the expectations of Disney. But I think today it's a beloved classic. And it also kind of ties into it's July, it's Fourth, it's Independence Day, Americana. This is a very patriotic throwback America movie all about stopping the Nazis and the mafia, who are so patriotic they'll help fight Nazis.
Yeah, there is something patriotic that is where it's we have a common enmity.
Probably one of the most iconic shots of the whole movie is the Rocketeer in front of an American flag. But yeah, we'll dive into all of that. So it's on Disney Plus, obviously, because this is a Disney movie. So we are paused at 0. So if you want to get over to Disney Plus and get it synced up to 00 on the timeline, or if you have a DVD or Blu-ray of it, sync it up that way. It's basically right before the Walt Disney Presents text comes up. All right, so I will give a countdown. We'll get started here. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. It's weird. I feel there's no castle or production logos. It's we're just in it. We're in.
Well, this is before pictures. They made their other Bruckheimer and
This was I guess because it's it's not Touchstone or anything.
But it feels like a Touchstone intro, right?
Yeah. Also, Joe Johnston, who I feel like that was if you couldn't he was the Steven Spielberg protege, and it's we can't get Steven Spielberg, let's get Joe Johnston here. And he's definitely very much in that pulpy throwback vein, because he directed he actually directed an episode of Young Indiana Jones. He directed obviously Captain America, the first Avenger. So
I think his style definitely comes through between this and Captain America.
Jurassic Park 3.
He did Jurassic Park Part 3?
Yep. Hidalgo, the Wolfman. Jumanji. Oh, yeah, so apparently this plane was so dangerous that they could only fly it and land it limited number of times.
Yeah, they didn't want it too far off the ground.
Yeah.
Was it just bad fiberglassing, or legit they
I,
used an
I
old
think
original plane?
I think just the style. I think especially like the apparently like the landing gear is just like it's insanely hard to like land a plane with that style of landing gear.
Makes sense. Oh, they probably use like an original plane then, and they're just like, this thing is not like FAA certified anymore. Does the landing gear pull back, or it's just straight up like
I think it's like rigid.
yeah, it's
There's like
rigid. So
suspension. There's no like. It's just like you just have to like land it and then like ride it. Yeah.
yeah, I think it's like before the landing gear was retracting, it was just like, all right, like good luck on slamming that down, and then hopefully your wheel doesn't just pop off.
Mm-hmm.
Also, who are the rest of this crew that like just we don't see for the rest of the movie?
Yeah, aren't they? Yeah, they're in like this first scene, and then they're just like not there anymore. Oh no, yeah, and also I think it just went bad a little bit ago, but like Dave Stevens, who's like the artist for like the original Rocketeer comics, is like an executive producer. And apparently, he basically just gave them all. He basically gave them every single like drawing and like everything he possibly had from like the Rocketeer comics. Is just and then they basically just built everything based on his like actual like drawings and stuff.
That's cool. I mean, you didn't really see that back in the day. This sort of comic original artist to movie faithful adaptation.
Oh, they did actually change that like in the comics, like Cliff's girlfriend was basically Betty Page.
And they just couldn't secure that, so they went, I don't know, Jennifer
Well, well,
Connelly.
well, apparently the actual Betty Page was like, no, I don't want my name. I'm not giving you like the rights to like my name or like appearance. Or was that like did she play Cameron like front of like a screen or something or like? They wouldn't send him up in like the plane by himself. I don't think.
No.
This is Top Gun. Like,
You gotta buzz the tower.
yeah.
Meanwhile, Dick Tracy's trying to make this movie. That actor, I always forget his name, but the fact that like I remember him from the Death Wish movies, and he plays
Yeah.
the same character in everything.
There is a bazillion bad guys in this movie. I mean, Alan Arkin is like kind of a bad guy. I can't like he's definitely like a character actor, but like also like an Oscar winning character actor. But there's like tons of other guys in this movie that are just like that guy's in a bazillion things.
I do like how that gangster, even though he knows what a plane is, he knows the FBI doesn't have like a spy plane or something.
That plane's after us. The police plane.
Yeah, man, old planes suck where you had to punch out your window.
That's why it's like such like fancy like plastic. That's definitely wasn't glass. Like that's just like a like a
Like a polymer. So is Cliff like secretly a Superman? Because he just punched out probably some like crazy resistant like tempered glass.
well, I mean, we'll get to it, but apparently he like withstand like extremely high temperatures on his legs. It's like the jetpack does not provide any sort of protection for your like like legs or bottom part of your body.
Oh yeah, he doesn't wear like a leather thing or.
He's just his like pilot outfit.
Plus the G-force it would take to do all this. So besides the helmet, it's like no, like all your organs.
You know, I do appreciate like this is a night like it's so Disney like a guy just got violently gunned down. Like
Within the first 10 minutes,
yeah,
there was like a shootout with actual consequences.
yeah.
Yep, this is why you shouldn't have a fixed ridge landing gear.
Man, 1938 just punched an FBI agent in the face.
It was even crazier. It's like this guy just told a test pilot that like get a real job. It's like
Yeah.
he wasn't doing anything that was out of the ordinary. It was legit like a test pilot.
Well, I think they were like they race plane. They're like they're getting into like air races. That's like how they would get money.
Oh.
So I think there's an air race like later on, or at least in like the Super Nintendo game is like the first like 3 levels are just like it's an air race. You got to race. Like
Gotcha. I kind of they don't mention that he's a air racer pilot, which is a thing.
about in 1930s, I guess. I think designing the Spruce Goose.
Bruce Goose.
I said hop in.
You know what's funny? Now, if you think about how like they basically modeled this as Howard Stark, like it blatantly
Yeah,
is the same character
Howard
model.
is Howard Hughes. Yes. Oh, well, apparently in the comic, like the Rocketeer is the same universe as like Doc Savage, and Doc Savage created the rocket pack.
Really? Didn't know that. I didn't know there was a crossover between him.
I think a lot of those like golden, like that sort of like I don't know whatever like era that is, or like there's like the whole like
Comic
pulpy
golden
like
age.
they're all like kind of like crossed over. Or they've been crossed over in like recent years.
He only made one, right?
Yeah, the prototype. I mean, they'll get into. I mean, they'll get into it later, but like, I don't understand. I don't get how like the rocket pack would be like this like
Killing
game
machine.
changing like warfare weapon of like we're gonna send guys in rocket packs onto the battlefield. It's like they got anti-aircraft guns still and stuff. It's like not.
They're still
not
vulnerable to bullets and other things.
yeah, And there's fuel. I mean, you got fly. Yeah, they can't fly across like the ocean to get.
No,
like,
yeah, you still need like a carrier system to get in close.
You have to jump out of a plane, and then at that point, why don't you just have parachutes? You have paratroopers.
Well, I mean, you can dodge with at least the rocket.
Yeah, I guess you have more control and you get down faster, but
Again, there's obvious flaws with the Rocketeer. As long as you're the only one with the rocket, and then you're the only one fighting against regular people who can't move around a lot, you're good. Which, I guess, spoiler, you'll see a lot of that. You see the Rocketeer fight people who aren't running around. The seat was a wicker basket.
Yeah.
Also, how did you not notice like this bag? You slam your ass on it.
This is a different plane.
No, but still, like, you try to like sit on this, and then that was like that's pretty big under a seat.
Yeah.
I think if I slam my ass on this, I would remember. Like, look how sharp this is.
Mm-hmm.
I still remember as a kid seeing this and like that's such a cool ass rocket thing.
Oh,
Still pretty cool, but probably super impractical because it's like
the full design, like the Rocketeer with like the rocket pack and then the helmet, is just like so goddamn iconic. Like,
You're right. Look at this giant fireball that comes out beneath you. You would burn your legs.
Yeah, it's a massive flame, and they'll explain and all how like like burn the back of your legs off.
What's that chair made of where that didn't catch fire?
Asbestos.
Wait, how did you know it runs on alcohol? Because it's cold? Maybe the smell?
Yeah, I don't know. Dear God.
Yeah, you can't enter this in a race. Like, if you show up for like a flying race and some dude shows up in a rocket pack, it's like, you're disqualified. Also, are the feet the most vulnerable part of a statue? That if you just saw off the toe part, you can just get the whole statue?
It's like less to cut than like the middle of it, I guess. Timothy Dalton.
This is like 5 years after The Living Daylights.
Was this his like big first big thing he did after like not being Bond anymore?
I think this might have been a TV show or something before he did this. But I think the American audience, I believe so. This is like what, 1993?
91 is when this came out.
So yeah, it's like Living Daylights was like 86.
Well, yeah, License to Kill was 89, and then yeah, this is probably the next thing he did after this. After that,
Post Spawn villain. Wait, no, I'm also thinking Timothy Dalton also was in Flash Gordon.
that was way before that. That was like 84
I see.
or 80. Yeah, that was pre-Bond. I'm glad that Timothy Dalton has gotten this like recent like this kind of recent like last decade or two he's gotten like this like resurgence.
Yeah. It is cool to see him in other
Hot,
roles.
Hot
And
Fuzz, and was he in
Super
like
Patrol.
Patrol? Yeah, and then a Toy Story, Mr. Prickle Pants, and like all that stuff.
You would have made a good Captain Hook too. I get that rocket, and then I'm gonna be in this movie called Hook. Give me my breakout role. Is he based on a real actor in this movie?
I,
Because he's
I,
supposed.
I think he's supposed to be like Errol Flynn.
Okay.
Because like we'll get to it in a little bit, but like he's in a movie where he's doing like this, like it's like a very like Errol Flynn like sword fighting, like that was like a classic Errol Flynn thing.
Yeah, like it's weird that he is a Nazi spy actor.
Spoilers.
I mean, not really at this point, but
Yeah.
because even at this point, we didn't know that. If I didn't just reveal that in this commentary for the first time,
I mean clearly
it
he's
is weird that this actor also was like a maniacal villain,
it's like bossy around the mob.
and he lives in like an Egyptian tomb. What is this room?
Yeah, he lives in like the Egyptian theater or something. Like,
But like this is the 30s. Like what?
yeah.
Who designed this like puzzle room? Uh-oh, someone's listening to opera. That's not a good sign. Meanwhile, back in their Frankenstein science experiment, hey, look how close that flame is to like the thighs,
Yeah.
and then it's just like the wind could fuck up your like flame too, and just burn the vulnerable parts of your legs. Jesus, like,
Mm-hmm.
the more I look at it, rockets are like terrible.
Oh, it's a completely impractical, terrible idea.
Jetpacks have come a long way where it's propulsion and it could be like low like retro rockets, but that's just a giant one like dual flame.
Iron Man style of like it's coming out of like your extremities, so you're not like burning like, like your body to like fly.
Yeah. Okay, another weird science thing. How did the rocket know how to guide itself to these angles? Like,
Yeah, it went straight up, like, and then it
how,
like somehow looped around and came back.
yeah. And is it the weight of the statue that did this, or is the rocket
Well,
alive?
I know when they in a little bit they're gonna like they gotta figure out like, oh, you need to wear the helmet so you can actually direct where you're going. Yeah, like the helmet is like your rudder basically.
Wait, did that happen from the crash, or that like in a side story, some family is horribly massacred by this like rocket statue? Wait, his girlfriend's still like in like finishing school?
Or is it? It might be like a. I think they had like boarding houses for like just for women
Women?
or something. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, she's another character actress. Mrs. Pie. I've seen her in other things. This is like the hour that all the boyfriends are picking the girls up, because if you notice, there's like more guys.
So a line of guys outside, yeah.
Yeah. Like you see, like more and more guys are just wandering into the scene. See, like there's more couples showing up. That's like, oh, it's just it's the pickup hour. Oh, oh no, it's Hitler.
So yeah, the 90s Disney, you can show like World War II footage.
Wait, didn't the Hindenburg happen in the 20s?
I don't know if it's actually the Hindenburg.
See, they didn't mention hydrogen gas. That was the Hindenburg. So this is Hindenburg was like the 20s. So this is like,
they have multiple Zeppelins. Oh, what is it's the Liptonberg, not this.
wait, yeah. Here's the insane thing. That thing full of hydrogen gas. All they do in order to destroy this Nazi balloon that could travel to America is just one bullet shot to the. Like it's not. The
Well,
newsreel told you the vulnerability.
yeah, but that was like the way to like travel across like the ocean for like a short time.
I guess.
Like you saw Last Crusade, like it was very like luxurious in a Zeppelin before it blew up.
I think that, but it's like the same thing. But it's weird that it's like, oh no, it's really easy to blow up a helium-filled Zeppelin.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's not like a giant threat. Meanwhile, this Dick Tracy villain.
Yeah, straight up Dick Tracy villain. Yeah.
Oh, it's giving him pleasure. It is terrible to entertain back in the 30s. Like this was fun for them. They have keys. Oh, I love the weird shuffle. It's like not clean. You know what I mean? Like he's doing tiny steps to get to out of frame. And he still scale that like building as a giant, like 7 foot tall man. Oh, he's actually in was in Night of the Living Dead or Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah, I think Margot Martindale is like the like owner of the diner.
Oh, you're right. Holy crap. The scene is full of like right, like this movie is filled with like so many recognizable people.
Every character actor in Hollywood.
Ugh, dirty grease like monkey hands, and then it's like in your soup. I don't mind the taste. You know what's even crazy? He names like famous restaurants of the era, but there were other places between them. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, there's probably like a similar diner in like Los Angeles or something, or
yeah,
like
yeah.
this is like the top of the line like club.
See what I mean? Like, why would you come here and eat with these people who are gonna reveal you every fucking like real truth? Yeah. Is he mad that his inspiring actress is still inspiring? That's kind of terrible. You know where she lives. Just go to
Yeah,
her place.
yeah. I mean, if you had like this era Jennifer Connelly, like do whatever you need to do.
Go chase her and put a ring on her. What are you doing, Cliff? Don't finish your sandwich. Go back.
Like, did you see career opportunities, Cliff? Like,
They live together?
what is? I mean, obviously not related. Like, it's just like, is this like a like Doc Brown? Like, just like,
Well, at least they're kind of within reason. Cliff's an adult or like a young adult, and
yeah,
Al is
PV is yeah,
cool older mechanic guy.
yeah.
But he looks like Geppetto.
Oh god, was it Tom? Like, there's some line from like the Tom, like the one from last year, Tom Hanks. It's like it was like
He
a
looks
meme.
like a better Geppetto than the Tom Hanks Geppetto.
Yeah. Oh, I think it was like I think Tom Hanks was like, "Holy Smokey-o, Pinocchio."
Oh
Like,
my god, that was a line?
yeah, it was. And there's a new song that she put out sings, and it's like one of the lines was "Holy Smokey-o, Pinocchio."
Holy Smokey, yo, Rocketeerio.
Yeah. Also, what is he making the helmet out of? It's like a
I don't know, like
radiator, maybe?
like a radio like
Yeah,
siding.
casing. Yeah.
Whatever it was, he was able to hacksaw it. So it's not exactly the most sturdy metal.
PV made that in one night. Yeah, I think this was supposed to be like a parody or something of like like Errol Finn, like Robin Hood or something.
You ruined the scene. Laughing bandit.
Also, 1938, you just walk onto like a closed movie
Closed
set.
set. Yep.
Yeah.
No one stops him. No credentials. Just okay. Yeah, you look like you belong in this medieval.
Hey kid, you supposed to be here? Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I'm the leather-bound fly pilot that shows up in this movie.
I'm the time traveling pilots.
I feel like editing-wise, they could have done a better thing. They didn't need to hold you the whole.
Like you have to do this the exact same scene like a hundred times.
Yep. So at this point, he became evil after this head injury. Also, no, like her being banned from a lot, like didn't make him get stabbed by
Yeah.
the other dude. I think what he's describing is just a kite. Like, it's like he thinks
Right?
it's like listening on a rocket, and it's like, no, no, no. And thus, Cliff became Kite Man. Well, don't they both get kicked out then?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like go the same way. Like Cliff's just gonna wander around backstage for like a while more.
And he's gonna just destroy shit on their way out.
He's gonna destroy another like movie set.
Anyway, how are you not noticing this Timmy Dalton like rampage behind you?
Out of my way! Ah!
Rocket!
I was Bond!
All right, time to put on the action shot.
Yeah, full Bond mode time.
Yeah, this is just Bond. Like this is just a straight up Bond scene.
Yep.
But it is weird to see Bond look like this.
His crazy wig, yeah.
Jimmy Dalton with curly long hair from like Montano and Toga from like Princess Bride.
Yeah. Yeah, see, they're air racing.
So was Cliff's plan just to like strap on that rocket and just enter the race? It's the next day. Right?
Yeah, I think
Sequence. All right, I'm Cliff.
if I'm here, who's there? He's a drunken idiot.
He's the town drunk.
Yeah.
And he drifted into the race lane. Also, was Cliff supposed to be a clown?
I guess, yeah.
He was just like a kind of a cheerleader then. Like that was Cliff's job is to be the cheerleader.
I think he's supposed to do like stunt flying or something.
Oh, it's fine. The free wood is free. Like, did you see like all those flagpoles get shattered and then
Yeah.
rain on the audience? It's okay, audience. You didn't need those people. And apparently, that drunk clown was just doing laps outside. That's the point of this like audience screaming in the background. On fire. They're not playing with fire.
It's like some kind of Rocketeer.
Why did you make your mask so goddamn scary?
It's like so sinister, yeah.
I get it, like you need protection, but you gave like the helmet like teeth.
Yeah. Well, it's very like Japan. It's like Ultraman, like
Yeah, yeah.
Kamen Rider, like
Eye, like the oval eyes,
yeah.
not like human eyes, like almost. It's alien. I think the flying. You could definitely see the visuals, but this parts are cool. Like this is a real guy in a Rocketeer outfit grabbing a
On a
clown.
plane, yeah.
My God, maybe it's 10 times worse.
Second gas truck is blown up.
Ah, that was $9 worth of fuel.
How much fuel has this guy lost? Like 30 gallons of fuel.
This is the greatest stunt. If you're believing what the stunt show says that this was part of the act,
Yeah.
these people trying to like cover the press of like how amazing this show is.
We gotta tell everybody about this. Get on the water.
The viral hit.
He's a fucking man. Burned up the street.
Yeah. Okay, but like honestly, if this stunt show wanted to reveal this special thing, was just people trying to like, did you know this is a real thing? Or by today's society, if we went to like a magic show or some sort of like monster jam,
Like an air show.
an air show, right? And then you see a Rocket Man show up. For us, we're like, oh, cool, they have a rocket thing. I just think we're so used to it. But back then, this fucking showed up and I'm like, oh no, like Rocket Man showed out of nowhere. Don't believe the fucking insane like promoter on Rocket Man exists.
Mhm.
No, no strings attached. Now he's a villain, just destroying the South California.
Cliff, you dead?
We've been calling Alan Arkin wrong.
Huh? Well, yeah, his name's Peavy.
I just been calling him Al this whole time. I think. patrolling a man.
Wow. That was like Family Guy.
Literally, he's wearing the same outfit, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, except for the helmet, yeah. He just leaves the door open.
yeah, nothing suspicious about this. Nope, standard office. How did you not notice the body?
Yo, this movie's like more gruesome than I remember it being.
People being like pretzeled and then
this,
shot.
this guy gunned down the first 5 minutes, and then this guy like this guy's been cut folded in half. The guy in the hospital got like strangled and like hung to death.
It's PT or PV's been calling him.
PV.
Oh, I like his evening Geppetto outfit. It's the same one from the other scene.
Yep.
He instantly comes home from his like mechanic gear. Like gets on his English cut like vest. PV's the Rocketeer and just busts through the window. Holy shit, it's the Quaker Oats man, and he's pissed.
Man, he's like full John Woo.
I know, dual Berettas. And
Seems like the 1930s, like 30s FBI, just like
just spray the house.
spray. I'm spraying that.
This is like no turn investigation. Just keep shooting everything. This is what justice is.
Good job, boys. Where's Shug Indy?
I do miss that like jazz clubs don't look like this anymore. Like you can't go to a fancy ball and you see this.
Yeah. Like a dinner club.
Oh, that was Clark Gable.
Yeah.
Holy crap!
It's
her.
Laura Hardin.
Yeah, Laura Hardin. I didn't know she was in this.
Everyone's in it. Like,
I also know she played like actresses like that could sing. Like Jane's in this.
I feel it was pretty. Wasn't it like a couple years after? Like Dark City was like a few years after this.
Yep, many actually
Probably
like
was like a lounge singer.
7 years
Like
after this.
yeah. I think they dubbed over Jennifer. Like Jennifer Connelly didn't actually sing. I think there's a track where she did sing, but they did like dubbed it over like someone else's singing.
Gotcha. All right, cool. Disney, like we're just,
I feel like if you watch like I think something we need to watch at some point is like the Three Musketeers, like the '90s one, and Rebecca De Mornay's cleavage is like out of control in that movie.
I also heard in real life this actor was a scumbag.
This
Oh, there's just a girl drowning in the background. Hope that's a mermaid, not just some girl. Is this the same day? Because his jacket is different colors. He had like a purple suit.
Hmm?
This is a gray suit.
This is his evening like I'm a club owner suit.
He had like a red purple suit. This is not that.
I think he owns that he's the number 3 box office star.
He knew his ranking.
I'm top 3. It's fine. Meanwhile, in their like apocalypse fallout shelter.
Well, this is the restaurant storage thing. That makes
Yeah.
sense, but it is looking like an apocalyptic and like storage shelter. I mean, you guys look suspicious as fuck as like you are hiding in the
Yeah,
storage place and then everyone's common boss is dead. You look like the Rocketeer from this whole outfit.
like change your coat at least, Cliff. Like do something. Like
Change your pants.
he wears the same pants and like the like giant like pilot boots.
Yeah, at least the rocket covers your torso with the straps, but your pants and your boots are just your pants and your boots. You know, the obvious guy in this whole group. Now the ground maid. Wait, what?
Why is Jenny's like it's like a weird like bathroom like
Address far
like
in. Did Cliff do that? Did Cliff fucking just give away her like vulnerability point?
yeah. For a good time called Jenny like is that the where like the song came from? It's 675 309. Wait. So like their boss knows that Devil's Sinclair is at the South Seas Club with Jenny,
Yeah.
but then they sent the goons there, and the goons didn't know that Jenny was like. They're like, oh, that girl that our boss, like our
Yeah,
boss's
they didn't
boss,
put two to two
like,
together. Like the girl from the photo, and then like I feel like this is edited out of place, right?
yeah, this should have been like like before we saw them go
Oh,
to the South Seas Club or something, because these guys just like right here for no reason.
yeah. Now they just sort of, but they sort of hang out. But you're
Yeah.
right. They could have just moved this out of the way. See, then he knows what Jenny looks like.
Yeah, they know what Jenny looks like. It's like,
I mean, their relationship so far is not exactly the healthiest.
That was like just like so dismissive. I was just like, you're like a background actress. Like,
I know. That's why it's like. I feel like she just started her career. She just if she's not the main actress, it's like you still
yeah.
can make it. It takes time. Also, PV, you just literally fixed this like
Gum.
vital thing with golf. I feel like you're a better engineer.
Yes. Or like everything with alcohol.
See, it's the different night. He's got like a different jacket on.
There was like you think there was like multiple dates at the South Seas Club?
This is their second date here.
I mean, Jay's in the same dress, so I think maybe it's just like a continuity error or something.
There's a giant continuity error. What about the woman that was singing like 20 minutes before?
Yeah, where's Jan? Like,
Meanwhile, in another part of Hollywood. Wait, where did everyone go?
yeah. God, it's number 3 movie star in the world, Devil Sinclair.
Wait, when did the band get there?
Yeah, I think they just appeared. And like,
There's a lot of continuity errors here. Because nothing's supposed to go on. It's just silently watching them dance to nothing.
yeah.
It's not a private dance. All these people were just like
Yeah.
just like sneak into this.
It's like, hey guys, I guess we're dancing now.
I do like the Rocketeer's vulnerability is that we have to go indoors. You can't just be the Rocketeer.
I mean, you fucking wear it. I guess but I guess it's like it would be super like cumbersome.
But I mean, you can't really use the rocket indoors as well as outside.
Can't burn the entire building down.
And and then he's not exactly like a fighter, like a boxer.
He's got very like Bronson energy. I'm like doing like a haymaker punch.
Every punch is a haymaker. Like I don't know how to like counter. Like he just gets hit and then he'll just actually throw a harder punch than the next time. See? Different jacket than that mob meeting. That the mob is also part of this club. And here's Jan. She's back again. Hey, did you not enjoy our seduction dance? I don't mind the bulging leather suit that's underneath
Yes.
my top.
Do you ever think like, gets a lot of stuff like spilled on this movie?
Yep. It's either soup, it's gonna be grease.
I guess this was like champagne this time, right?
Yeah. Wait, so has it only been like 3 days?
It's been like a day since he like did his like aerial rescue. Because like, did you read the paper this morning?
Like, no, I've been working, and by working I mean I've been going to dinner with like like 2 days.
I've been here since 9 a.m.
Has anyone seen my date? It's like, oh, she's making out under with the busboy under the fountain.
I feel like it would have been a fun thing if like just I don't know who he'd play, but just if like Bowie showed up just somewhere in this movie.
He was Howard Hughes.
He was already this. Where he's just like Tesla, like this is like the precursor to like the Prestige. Or was Tesla still alive in the night?
No, Edison is super dead at this point.
Yeah.
He's just like the one of the owners of like General Electrics.
Or he's like the band leader or something.
That makes way more sense.
This one goes out to this special lady right there. Like he starts playing Magic Dance.
Wait, they know what he looks like because he saw him at the club. Like, like
Yeah.
those guys are the same people that were in the diner.
Well, it's like they didn't know who Cliff was, but they didn't know who Jenny was. But then they didn't realize who Jenny was until they went to like the diner and got like her number on the wall. But they had her picture.
The wall gave it away. But that could
Yeah.
have been any kind of Jenny. Why does the laundry room have like a steel and
Yeah, like a poster door. Yeah. See, I feel like Cliff would be dead at that point. Like,
yeah, he's shooting himself.
the building down.
All those people he flew over would be on fire too. Because the flame is so intense it spontaneously combusts tables.
He's a maniac.
He's burning this place down. It's the ending from Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah.
Guys, it's okay. It's just my jealous ex-boyfriend. He's just doing this to get attention.
I don't think she's dumped him yet, but.
Huh?
I don't think like dumped him yet.
He told her that he's the Rocketeer, so.
Yeah. The Rocketeer's weakness, nets.
Did no one see Jenny do that?
Yeah. I can't see anything. Damn helmet.
You can still shoot. Up until it starts raining glass on you. That is the smallest, like, chloroform, like, cloth.
That's probably how all Neville Sinclair dates ends.
You haven't had the full devil in until you had this, and just covers her mouth with his, like, hanky. Meanwhile, an escape room. Like, this looks like the kind of setting from Dark City.
Yeah. At least they didn't change her dress, because that'd just be like doubly creepy. I undressed you while you were unconscious.
That's cool, right?
I hope you don't mind I changed your dress.
And he has a secret bookcase in his creepy house.
Yeah.
That's an easy exploitable security flaw. Time for my nightly like
Boy.
bourbon and staring at a woman ritual.
Here, get drunk after I drugged you.
Chloroform, some smelling salts, booze. It is strange that he's trying to play this narrative, but
Gaslighting
honestly,
her.
yeah, gaslighting her, where it's like, oh no, we're both victims. Like, how?
Does does Perry Mason have like incriminating photos of him or something? Was it like in the first episode was the guy like that had like that weird like sex eating like fetish thing?
Yeah, yeah. He was a famous actor though.
Yeah. Wasn't that like Laurel or Hardy, one of those guys?
Yeah, yeah, one of those guys. I like how she's a movie nerd that she knows like this quote from this actor. He's like, oh, you can't trick me with your shitty acting. Oh, I know what women want. Dresses.
I took your measurements while you were unconscious. I think this one will fit.
Will this help you convince what we need? Or these clothes you don't own that I just have in my closet? Eesh. All right, get some, Disney. Really trying to introduce some crazy shit. That's not really like a dress. That's just a nightie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Neville time. What's up with this lighting? There's like double like
exciting, yeah.
room. Yeah, this what
Put on the 30s equivalent of like porn music. Like burn.
see like they really make it seem Neville Sinclair is just like an actor, right? Like he's not a supervillain the way he is doing this plan.
Hmm.
Those House is just like maniacal villain House.
Yeah. Like it's literally like a Bond lair.
And then he has like a live-in henchman that
Yeah.
hangs out in
Yeah.
his like living
He's
room.
like yeah he's like a full on like Bond villain, which is ironic. It's October 15th, by the way. I don't know.
Of what year?
1938.
It's not even part of the calendar. I thought like calendars always had the year. If you heard on the end a female voice that spoke English, you wouldn't think Sinclair.
Yeah.
You'd just be like, oh, don't answer. And she is torn into two. If you were a kid who really paid attention, you would just think, oh, she's dead. Like
Yeah.
this giant man killed
That
her.
man fold people in half.
Like he's done it before.
Yeah.
That's his MO. Or he has dual pistols. Does she live in the diner?
I'm an orphan.
He spelled. Oh, okay. I thought he spelled Griffith like really all messed up.
Not really. Like, sorry for what? A minute? Like, Like they like ripped this totally off like Iron Man 2 too. All like the failed Iron Mans.
As I'm saying, like this is should be considered an Iron Man prequel.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, I the guy just get like incinerated, like he was like on fire, but they were trying to put him out.
Many Bothas have died to get this.
Yes.
Wait, the Nazis made a cartoon propaganda based on the
Yeah.
thing that wasn't working yet? That is actually crisp animation for
So
the time.
so there's enough fuel to fly
Across the like ocean.
It still doesn't make any sense. Like, what are they gonna gonna drop a grenade? Like, it's like so you have an army of rocket men, but like we have America has like anti-aircraft like guns and like kill like
Like planes.
shrapnel. Yeah, we have planes. Like it's not like a nuclear bomb.
I'm saying like the vulnerability is still they're vulnerable to guns.
Unless you like make them armed.
As long as they have nets.
Yeah. Unless you make them Iron Men.
Number 3 box office star.
Faucet punch.
Just haymaker to the chin. You put a human man under it.
We need to have a giant man throw it down the runway.
Give it a running start.
Have it be made of styrofoam. I like how Paul Sorvino is just like dressed up like he's going to like the fucking opera or something for this like late night crime meeting.
4 a.m. crime meeting exchange.
God, that was Claire such a creep.
Yep. What's stopping for you from just shooting him?
Yeah.
Like honor? Oh shit, it's Cliff.
The C-Chord.
I think it would have been different if he was like a dummy or something. Like, doesn't matter who the man is behind the rocket. It's the drunk clown.
I'm Cliff C-Chord. I'm Cliff C-Chord. I'm Cliff C-Chord.
secret? Why does the secret room matter?
Because there's Nazi stuff in it.
I know. I'm saying like tell about the secret room, which like, hey, tell me about your secret room.
The true heroes of the movie, the mob. There's just been Nazis hiding out.
I don't know, in the like California area by the coast, they've been here. I'm confused too. Like, why hire the mob when you have your own German
You have a
jets
Nazi
flying around?
army. Yeah. I guess he didn't want to like expose himself as Nazi like immediately. Here comes the not Hindenburg.
Oh,
That's the problem. Like,
there's the bat signal.
man, everyone's here.
Also, how do they quietly bring up two
It's like the battle of the five armies. It's like the mob, the FBI, and the Nazis.
The girl we didn't believe it was real. I do like this guy does look like the guy from Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
I feel like they're like families. Like he's the little brother and the older brother
Yeah.
got the Raiders job.
Here we go. The money shot is coming up.
Fuck yeah, America.
Life is burning. He's burning the American flag. He's flying like a jetpack with like a massive like flame against
A hydrogen blimp, yeah.
He already burned down the South Seas Club. I mean,
Why would they paint like the Nazi symbol so giant on this blimp that like you want to be stealthy?
I think like the Hindenburg had like a not like a it's like it is. I mean, 1938, so they weren't at war with them yet, and they were like not like which way started yet. So it was like they're just the government of Germany right now. Like that's the,
You know, he could fly away, right? Like he could just jump off and fly. You're like in Rocketeer's like element.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess they don't want to use a gun because it's like they both know it's not a good idea.
Nothing down there.
Best in Germany.
I love how that wasn't like this like, big extended like Indiana Jones vibe, just like just throws him off the Zeppelin.
Yeah.
I like how Tim Dunn like has a full on German accent now.
Mm-hmm.
So he was a German acting as an English actor.
Hey, why is it wet?
Because he
No, but it's one of the things where he's
it's like
touching it, but it's just like
so dry.
obviously leaking fluid.
Yeah. And now he's English again. Bronson punch. Bronson punch. We're gonna smash every window in this cockpit.
Is that why they're losing altitude? Is the air?
I think it's just like because it's the power of piloting it, so it's just like
I mean, now they're just like she made it from bad to worse, but
yeah.
because I'm the actor.
I'm America's third best actor, but I'm Germany's number one actor.
I'm surprised he still had skin up until that point, because
They should have had full Rangers Lost Ark and just had his skin melting off.
he did the Rocket kill him, or did the Hollywood land kill him first?
Yeah.
You know, it's like because he was able to be on fire and conscious for a while burning like a supernova.
Oh, the humanity. Yeah, how he was showing up in his fucking like James Bond plane.
Like a gyrocopter plane.
Yeah.
Well, back in Florida.
Say deferred.
Wow, like the news. This is the next day, right? Like after like the newspaper came and wrote those articles, and he's still wearing the Rocketeer outfit.
Yeah. Has not changed his outfit the entire movie.
Harry Hughes is an amazing pilot. He landed in like the street and
Yeah.
navigated here.
The men are talking.
I know.
Jason's like, do I wait here or what do I do?
Talking about the plane or the woman now.
I mean, have you seen Jennifer Connelly? I mean,
Oh, that was a picture of Jenny. Isn't that just a giant plan for the rocket, like right in front of everyone? It's like,
Yeah.
oh, all these people know that he's the Rocketeer, right? Like the town would know. Anyone want to hear my plans for the Rocketeer 2?
It's not World War II that's coming up.
So they're in World War II already, right?
Yeah.
Wait, no. Did they enter in
No,
1940?
I think it was. I mean, yeah, like early 40s, like 42 probably. I think we were in World War II.
Holy shit! So you mean World War II is going on and America's just being an assholes with like this Rocketeer business?
I mean, this is the thing with, like the Indiana Jones movies too. Is like technically we weren't in like World War II hadn't started yet, or it
Oh,
started like America hadn't been in it yet. So like India's like I don't we're not America's not fighting that. I don't care. Yeah, 1939 is when it started. Then I think what like yeah the U.S. entered it like 1940 something like 1942 or something maybe or 1941.
gotcha. Yeah, the fact that America's like, oh no, we have like Nazi like sleeper cells here. You know, they should definitely be like, we should go to war, and they waited this long. I
Oh, Rick Baker made the Lothar makeup.
mean, it looks nice.
Yeah, it was very. I mean, it was clearly, obviously, like very Dick Tracy, like like prude face or something.
So, did you ever go to Disney and see the MGM Backlot Studio tour
Um,
during that era?
I mean, maybe when I was like super little, but I don't really remember it if I did.
So this was like immediately put in that boneyard of just
The
like, hey,
plane and
this is the
everything.
prop.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
plane and like the dog,
Hmm.
like the dog shop thing, and it's just like, oh, because like the Rocketeer did okay, but it didn't do gangbusters, and it
Well,
nowhere near did it get the cult following that it did now.
I mean, Disney put so like they wanted to be like the like event of like 1991. Like it had had like the games, the like all the tie-ins, like the McDonald was it McDonald's like like the like is it sort
Figures,
of like figures and like probably some sort of like tie-in like game or something or like
uh, but yeah, I just remember this didn't do awesome, and they're just like, no, like we're burying this thing. I think over the years people like rediscovered it, and that's why it's back to this level again, or a little bit more, you know.
yeah.
I mean, for us, our biggest concern was the wonky editing of like one or two scenes where it's like, where's this happening? Like, how long is this date? Like, there's so many other things just going on, and it's just choppy editing. But plot wise, you know, I still think it holds up. It makes sense of what happens, and the level of like escalation in the 2 days is pretty
Yeah.
reasonable.
Uh-huh.
I like the original score of songs just by random things.
Well, I mean, I think like it's like it's like big band,
Yeah, real actual songs by then. But you know, in any modern day reinterpretation of it, there would be a weird insert of a modern song in this
oh,
montage.
yeah, like a sort of weird like credit song, like a cover of it or something. A
Yep,
cover of
yep.
like a big band song.
But this is straight up from the beginning to end is just like the error music.
Yeah.
I give that credit.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, they do a great job, like kind of like having like that 1930s feel.
I also like how this is not like the Rocketeer will return. It just goes, hope you enjoy. Bye from Disney.
I mean, if it did gangbusters like they wanted it to, I'm sure they would have done like a Rocketeer 2 or something. But
Yeah. I mean, as a kid, I did enjoy it. I mean, it still holds up to me, just the nostalgia factor.
oh,
Just when you debate about logistics of why a Rocketeer would
mhm.
be like around and deadly, like not really.
No, this is definitely like one of my favorites of like that, yeah, the weird like pulp the pulp trend of like get all these like radio serial like
franchises.
Super yeah.
Yeah. I
Like
mean,
this,
to me, I think The Shadow is my favorite, like pulpy kind of come to life, and it shouldn't be kids friendly, but they try to make it kids friendly. This one, I think, leans into both, and that's why I think it's more vivid because yeah, I think what the first 10 minutes is a dead guy, shootout, Nazis, like it's a lot.
yeah, you definitely forget like that there's like a giant man like like horribly murdering people.
That's just like a guy. He's not even
And then,
like a supervillain. That's just a man that exists in this world.
yeah. And then Timothy Dalton like dying horribly in like a fiery fireball. Like
I wonder if they did a sequel, would they say that he didn't die? He became like another villain. He became the Human Torch.
yeah, what would they do? I mean, would they send Cliff to World War II or something, or like?
It'd probably be like, I don't know, someone trying to steal the Rocketeer tech. But if you're not Cliff, like it goes wrong. You know, like Cliff's apparently the only one. Well, because he had the helmet. I think like everyone wants to wear it without the helmet, but you know what I mean. Like I think Timothy Dalton's flaw was, besides the oil leakage, was he wasn't wearing the helmet because that's how you steer. And think about this: for a man who just strapped on a rocket for the first time with no practice, he flew it pretty well up until it exploded.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember because I've read a bunch of the comics. I don't remember like what else happened like in the comics.
Nazis keep kind of steal it. I think he really just saves problems around the coast. It's not a complicated lore with a Rocketeer. Yeah, I think he just fought gangsters a lot. That's like the meat and potatoes of the Rocketeer. He fought regular people that just happened to be in his area. He didn't fight Nazis a lot, but when he did, it's like, all right, like, are you gonna go to the front? Yeah, I like to believe that this is the same era as like the Kingsman and like Iron Man.
And like they were like developing super soldier serum at the same time as the Rocketeer was like.
It's like they just start formulating it. They said, hey, if someone want to do like a digital insert of the Rocketeer lore into the Marvel thing, it would be hilarious. Where it's like the World's Fair scene, you're in the back, you're like Rocketeer technology. But yeah, this is pretty good. Like I feel like it's still fun and poppy, and we just can't get the fact that Jennifer Connelly is just underrated in this movie.
And I mean, and then the Rocketeer, if nothing else, like the Rocketeer's like look is just like instantly, it's instantly recognizable. Like you see, like the second you see it, you're like, oh, it's the Rocketeer. Like.
Yeah. I mean, granted, Cliff just wore almost everything but the rocket and helmet, but he's essentially the same look.
Change your goddamn jacket, Cliff. Like...
Yeah, I wonder if if the original comic, did he change clothes, or it's just seriously only difference was the helmet and the rocket pack.
Yeah. It's like everything's exactly the same except like you're not wearing the helmet, but it can't be you. You know?
Who else in that town dresses like that?
Like a pilot, like knee-high boots and like hand pants and like the like super distinctive leather jacket. Like
he's dressing like he's going on a hunt, like a greyhound hunt, and from the bottom up to his torso. Then on the top right, he's dressing like a flame handler, like rocket pilot, you know, like it's just like where are you going that you're wearing this? It's California, by the way, where it's super hot out and humid. But I think that wraps it up for us.
Yeah, and then I mean obviously R.I.P. to Alan Arkin. He was great in this movie, great in every movie he was in. So a true like character actor legend. And that will do us for this month. We'll be back next month with another commentary. And head over to the site for all of our regular stuff. We got reviews, trailers, news, all sorts of other stuff up the site. And so for Chris, I am Zach, and we will see you next time.
For more Everything Action, head to www.everythingaction.com. You can also follow us on Twitter @EVAction, on Facebook by searching for Everything Action, and follow us on Instagram @everything.action. You can also subscribe and get more episodes on Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify.